A number of short speeches were made, and this is what Don Bradman had to say.
We are very glad indeed. In fact, I cannot tell you how delighted we are to be back in England once again. We're very anxious to get on shore and get on with the business.
When Bradman and Yardley inspected the oval pitch, it didn't look too good, but certainly no one could have guessed what was going to happen on the first day of the last test, nor indeed was the wicket really responsible. England's innings was just a procession back to the pavilion. Hughes 1 was first to go. He was soon followed by Edridge 3. Then Compton 4. Crapp 0. Yardley 7. Watkins 0. Evans 1. Bedser 0. Lindwall 6 for 20, bowls Young for 0. England's record low total was naturally a sensation, but it was not the only surprise of the match. England took the field. Barnes and Morris made a good start, and Barnes' wicket fell at 117. Don Bradman, who got a great ovation.
Famously, Bradman needed only 4 runs in his final international innings at the Oval to end with an average of 100.
Then a special cheer on the field.
He was out for 0.
Ollie's bowling and Don playing perhaps his last test innings here. The second bowler, Googly, got him. Well, it isn't often you get a big hand when you make a duck, but this was different.
Even the English crowds, who he'd tormented for years, found it hard to say goodbye.
It must have been almost embarrassing for that great cricketer, but it must have been a very happy moment too. Yardley, who has described Don as the greatest cricketer of all time, called on the crowd to give him 3 special cheers, which they did with a will. At the Aussies' farewell luncheon, held in the Savoy Hotel, London, a magnificent silver bowl was presented to Don Bradman by Lord Gowrie, MCC President, who handed it to him on behalf of subscribers from all over the country. This was a happy occasion for Don and his team, and it must have been a thrilling one indeed for the 9 young cricketers chosen by ballot to represent the schoolboys of Britain and seen listening enthralled to Norman Yardley, England's captain. Parliament was in a somewhat serious mood.
I think there comes a time in every man's life, irrespective of whether he may still be good enough to carry on or not, that he should make way for a younger man. I feel that in my own case, and I think I'm probably the best judge of the many little creaks and groans that go on in my joints throughout the day, especially when we're out in the field. And I'm quite sure I shall have no regrets at all in having to sit in the pavilion and watch the other fellows. However, I do trust that in some other capacity I may be able to serve this wonderful game for many years to come. And in conclusion, may I just say, let us all continue to work for the well-being and the prosperity of this great British heritage, cricket.